Hello and welcome back to my channel. We are kicking off season 4. We are completing our series on what you receive during the interior design process. And one of the most important parts, in my opinion, for the client is what they actually see as the process is proceeding. And we utilize a software called Milanote for their project management board. This video is not sponsored yet, but hopefully in the future. And Milanote is how our clients can access everything that we have going on with their project. They'd be able to see their mood board, they'd be able to see the options that are presented to them for whatever sourcing that we're doing. They'd be able to see where we are in the stage of their project. It really just keeps them abreast of everything that's happening so that we don't have any gaps in communication. The Milanote board for this project, for example, had several different examples and options of what they wanted for staging so that they could select the one that resonated with them the most. They opted to go with option A or option 1. We completed their staging project with that option. Some of my favorite things about Milanote is the ability to put anything and everything that we want on that board so that our clients can access it. This can mean we're looking at their inspiration images. This could mean that we're sharing links to things that we want to share with the clients for them to review as inspiration and purchase. This could mean PDFs maybe that we're creating, all the documentation that goes with explaining how the design process flows through, the breakdown of the hours and how we're spending that on their project. We can put all of that in one space on their portal so that the client can access everything that they need. As we scale up and these technicalities in our projects become more and more complex, we have details from the construction drawings to the floor plans, any space planning ideas that we're coming up with and suggesting. We'll put your color scheme on there, your mood boards, and we'll show you the very important halfway point. When we get to that halfway point, that's when you're going to get to see your phase 3, which is your renders, and those are your digital composites of what your space is going to look like once it's completed. Behind me is an example of a render of a space of what this could look like if someone were to lease out this space and put in a duplex. This area has 25-foot ceilings, so there's lots of room to work with. Not everyone has that kind of detail or level of detail, but once they meet phase 3 of their project, they're able to see their 3D version and render of what their project is going to look like. This helps our clients visualize exactly what they're going to receive, and then we can make like the picture. Phase 4 is the nitty-gritty part, and this is what differentiates us from some of the other firms when you talk about full service. They may order and handle procurement for you, but you have to think about things like, are you going to send all the products to the space? Are you going to allow us to send it to our warehouse and make sure that everything is set up properly and is in good condition before we deliver it to the space? Are you going to be available to receive these deliveries? These are all things to consider. So we set up all of the ordering, procurement, and tracking, make sure that we have everything, and then once everything's set, usually we run through our warehouse. They check everything for me and let me know that it's all good to go. When we have everything, we schedule the install date and we come on site and we do the installation. Your install date involves everything being put into place, everything being assembled, dusted and touched up to make sure that everything looks exactly like we said it would in the picture. Then we add the final touches, like the small accessories or maybe some additional art, greenery for sure, vacuuming, touching things up, and making sure that it looks picture perfect and getting ready for photo shoot day. In this space, the photo shoot's happening in a couple of days. So this is my final walkthrough before I do any other final touches. For photo shoot day, we usually bring in some fresh flowers and things like that. Generally, we would do our own art for the shoot, and then we would put the client's art up afterwards, depending on what they wanted to go with the space, just because we try to make sure that it's not so personal. In commercial spaces, we'll usually put whatever art we're going to use and put that in the space and photograph that and then go from there. And then afterwards, we turn it back over to you and you go on and use your space. In this case, we are sure that this is going to result in a new lease of this huge expansive space that we're working in. And for us, it has resulted in yet another project that we're going to be working on in the coming months, and I can't wait to show you. Thank you for being here. You could have been anywhere on YouTube, but you chose to be with me, and I appreciate that. I am thankful for you, and I will see you next time, Thursday after next. We are back. Ciao.